It's really to, we're working with artisans in developing countries and helping them to earn a living, and it's our job also to tell their stories. So when our customers come in, we make sure that they know what fair trade is and that they know about the individuals who make the product. So it's about marketing the artisans' products, and it's about really spreading the word about fair trade and what it is. It's a feel-good place knowing that you're helping people who are really in need around the world. We work with artisans in developing countries in 38 countries and make sure that they're paid a fair wage, they're paid up front. We make sure that the working conditions are safe, and we monitor that closely. We work with about 70% of artisans who are women and artisans who have disabilities. And I've been fortunate to travel to meet some of them in Bangladesh and India, and it was really, it was a life-changing thing to just talk to the artisans and see how fair trade has changed their life in such a positive way. And women, their status in their communities are rising. Families are able to send their children to school and get health care and improve their homes. And so to me, it's just about helping people help themselves and trying to do good. It's probably Rosa, and she's the woman that makes our little vicuñas, which they're sort of like a llama, but their wool is even finer than a llama. And she and her husband and her children used to live in the Andes Mountains in Peru, and in the 80s her husband went missing. That's when there was a lot of war, and they used to be farmers, and they lived off the land. That's how they took care of their family. And once her husband disappeared and she didn't have his help, it was really difficult for her to take care of her children, so she had to go into town, into Lima, and try to find work. And she met a woman who was making those little vicuñas, and she begged the woman to show her how to make them. And the woman said, "I'll teach you, but you have to sign a contract. You cannot make them anywhere near where I'm making and selling them," because she didn't want her to take her business away. So Rosa agreed to that, and she started making the vicuñas. And a buyer with 10,000 villages heard about her and went to visit her. And she had a very, very modest home, and in the corner she had some bricks stacked up that she had gathered from trash piles. And the buyer said to her, "What are you planning to do with those bricks?" And she said, "Well, someday I want to build a really nice house and a workshop." And she did. She has a house now. She has a 3-story workshop. Her sons work for her and do marketing, and she's become very successful in her community, and has actually hired people in her community to help her make the little vicuñas. And she's working with not only us, but with some other vendors, many of them fair trade vendors. It's just, to me, it's important knowing that the products I buy, that I want quality in the products that I buy, and I want quality in the lives of the people who made those products. And I think more and more people are shifting their buying habits that way, and wanting to know, that the items that they're buying are ethical, that the people that are making them aren't in a sweatshop, that there's no child labor. And I think there's a misconception that fair trade products are a lot more expensive than items that aren't fair trade, and in most cases that isn't true. And if you look at the quality of the products, I mean, it's really It's really great quality, and each piece is just a little different, even if it's the same item. If you really look, each piece is a little different because a different person made each piece, and to me that's really special, that you can kind of see the personality and the skill of each artisan come out in the individual pieces. I just love it. It's my happy place. I love being around our volunteers who are so dedicated, and our customers are wonderful. Every time we get in a shipment, it's like Christmas, just to see all the items that are coming in and to learn the stories about the people who make them is really special to me. Each day is a little different, which is fun. You know, there's days when we get shipments, and there's days where we just spend the whole day just chatting with customers and learning, you know, their stories. And so really, it's the best job that I've ever had. And you know, I've worked in the corporate world, and to me, it just was no fun sitting at a desk all day and feeling like I wasn't really contributing in a really meaningful way with my work. So when I learned about this job, it was like a no-brainer.